Hi, I am Caroline Chang, the host and producer of Awake to Oneness Radio. I want to do this video about oneness and from a scientific perspective, but very simple science we're going to talk here. In 7th grade, I'll never forget when I was studying molecules and atoms, my science teacher announced to the class that nothing is truly solid. Now, when he made that statement, something inside of me woke up. I'm like, wow, nothing is truly solid. So we know that very simple science, you put anything under a high-powered microscope, you see tiny moving particles that are not even touching. Then even when you go deeper, when you look into these tiny particles, there's mostly empty space inside these tiny particles. But the most important thing is when you think about it, these tiny particles that make up everything, that don't even touch. So that's telling us they're moving, so there's life there, there's movement there, they're not static particles. So life is within everything, even something we think has no life, like a rock. You put that rock under a high-powered microscope, and you see tiny moving particles that are not even touching. So it's not even truly solid, and it has life. So what science has told us, or is teaching us, basic science is teaching us that everything is energy and vibration moving. So everything has moving particles within it that don't even touch. So that tells us that what we perceive to be physical is not even physical. Because we talk about the spiritual realm and the physical realm as if they're separate. And in truth, they're not. The physical realm, what we perceive as being physical, and we know it's not, but what we perceive as being physical is just denser spirituality. It comes from spirit. It's still a part of spirit, but it's denser. It's a lower vibration. What we perceive as physical reality is a lower vibration and denser, but it's still not physical. It's not separate from spirituality or the spiritual realm. And also, the other thing science is teaching us is how limited our human senses are. Our sight, our hearing, our sense of touch, our sense of smell is extremely limited. There are scientific instruments that can measure much farther, much wider range than the human eye can see, or the human ear can hear. Meaning, basically, there is much more to our universe than we can see, or hear, or sense with our physical senses. Our physical senses are extremely limited. We know that even animals like dogs can hear what frequencies we can't hear. Animals can see. Animals can sense. Animals' senses are much more attuned and acute than human senses. So we know, again, from science, that we cannot base everything on what we can see and what we can hear and what we can touch and what we can smell. Our senses are extremely limited. And that is, we know that. That's something that no one can actually debate, that our senses are limited. So for a person to say they only believe in what they can see and hear for themselves is, to me, that's like saying, okay, I'm going to ignore 99.9% of everything else because I can only see and perceive and hear 0.00001%. And basically, that's how much our human senses can detect of what is actually surrounding us. So basically, as it all goes back to that, we are energy. Everything is energy. And that energy is interconnected and interdependent. Meaning we are much more powerful than we think because we are connected to all that is. We are connected to the universe. And we are important part. Not part, but when I say not part, because it's holographic. And holographic means that all is in that tiny particle. So that tiny particle we call ourself, our human selves, is a part of the all, but we contain it all within us. I quote this quote, Rumi's quote, many times because it's my favorite quote. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the ocean, the entire ocean, in a drop. So you are not just a piece of God or a small part of God. You are all of God in a drop. And that's why we are able, and it says in the Bible, we were made in the image of God, image and likeness of God, meaning all that God is, we are. And so I just wanted to explain what oneness is from a very simple scientific point of view. Spirituality has been teaching the truth of oneness for eons. Ancient wisdom, the oneness of all has been truth, a universal truth that we have forgotten as humans and as humanity. And as humanity is awakening, and when humanity truly, fully awakens to the simple truth of oneness, the universal truth of oneness, there not only will there be peace on earth, that would actually solve every problem that we have. That would put an end to war. That would put it into crime. That would put it into poverty. We literally will be living heaven on earth once humanity awakens to the truth of who we truly are, which are all connected to each other and all connected to all of life. Everything has life, and that life is equal. We are all divine, unique aspects of God, and we are all equal in our capabilities, in our power. We are all equal. Well, this is my second video vlog. I don't like that word. I would say it's my second video post. I like that better. Thank you for tuning in. Please, if you have any questions about what I just shared or about anything I talk about on my show, please email me. I will make sure my email is in the description to this video. Email me anything you want to ask or any questions I can help answer. I appreciate it. Again, I just share what resonates as true for me, and I just inspire you to go within and tap into your own truth and live your truth to the best of your ability. Thank you very much for checking me out, and have a great day. Bye-bye.